every day, every day since this game has been out, I have said over and over and over again that this is how live service is supposed to be. And that's not me that's not me ruminating. That's not me throwing shade in any way, shape, or form. I am dead serious. Every single day, Helldivers 2 is out. It is more and more proof that this is how live service games, and it's so beautifully said here. Games should earn the right to monetize. Yes. We do not owe AAA studios or gaming studios more money just because you released a game. We do not owe you more money because your game is broken and you need more money in order to fix all of its bugs. That's what your budget was for. That's what the 80 to 150 million dollars you put down to develop this game was for. It was to make sure that the game that you are creating, that the game that you are putting out there, that game is the best version of the game that it can be. And if it is not the best version, it is as close as absolutely possible. And somewhere within the last 15 years, and I find myself leaning into the meme that it was the horse armor on Oblivion that started it all. When that first set of horse armor was created, there was a divide. Half of us laughed at it because they were asking for money for something that went on a creature that you would change out or go get another one, or there was better looking armor in the game, but they were asking for physical money for something simple, and a lot of people bought it. A lot of people fed into it. And what that made them realize is, oh, people will buy bullshit. So let's see how much money we can make off of people by selling them bullshit. And sure enough, as time went on, it became less about the game itself and more about getting you to sign on to bullshit. Hey, come over here and purchase our battle pass. Hey, come over here and buy our skins. Hey, come over here and purchase our weapons. Hey, come over here and purchase map packs. But I'm not going to tell you that in 6 months we're going to completely remove those maps and they're going to be in rotation where maybe one comes back next year or two come back in maybe around 2 years, but you're not going to have access to that stuff anymore. Hey, come over here and purchase a booster so that you can level up your character faster. Hey, come over here and purchase a booster so you can gather resources faster. Hey, come over here and purchase a booster so that you can earn money in game faster. Hey, come and purchase our virtual currency that we're always going to make sure you just don't get enough of in order to purchase that item that you want, forcing you to purchase more of our currency. It became more about nickel and diming gamers by shoving bullshit in our faces than it did about creating an actual video game experience. Like, think about it. What was Assassin's Creed originally? Assassin's Creed was a game where you ran around as a dude in a hood, you would assassinate people left and right, and you would have marked targets that you would go after. There wasn't anything in Assassin's Creed that was a booster so that you could level up faster. There wasn't anything in Assassin's Creed where there was an in-game shop where you could purchase armors for your character. Anything that your character wore or found or had in the game was something that you put in time in order to find and get for yourself. Assassin's Creed Odyssey comes out, and I fucking love Odyssey to pieces, but it was littered everywhere with monetization. Come over here, purchase our skins. Come over here and buy a booster so you level up faster. Come over here and get a resource booster. Come over here and get a coin booster. Come over here and get a thing for your ship so that you have better fighters on your ship and things along those lines. Same thing with a lot of the other games that came out. Destiny is egregious of this. Borderlands not so much. But so many games have come out in recent memory. Just now, what happened? Suicide Squad came out. Exact same thing. It was the grift first and the promise of a working game with all of its features before microtransactions. Go into our store and purchase our currency. Go into our other store and purchase our skins. Don't worry, the money that you're giving us is going towards us making the game better and more fun for you to play. Well, why wasn't the game fun when it first dropped? You had 9 years. 9 years, $200 million. You're telling me this is the best you can do with Suicide Squad? This is all you could do? 4 characters? That's it? 4 characters? No side quests for me to go off and find other characters that I can unlock by playing through challenges or something along those lines? There are Riddler trophies in the game. Why if I don't complete all the Riddler trophies, can't I unlock Riddler as a member of the Suicide Squad? Why is it that I don't see any other villains inside of Metropolis that I can recruit? There's time travel. Why can't I go to another universe right now and run into another version of my Suicide Squad and recruit them? Then swap back and forth between them. Why aren't those in the game? Oh, they're coming in seasons. Seasons are $10, maybe $15, maybe $20, depending on how you're feeling. Okay. Okay. You want to know what's super fucking hilarious, as I said it before? Exactly what this person says. You have to earn the right to monetize. If the game that you put out is shit, you have not earned the right. If the game that you put out is poorly optimized and it doesn't have an end game, you have not earned the right. If the game you put out barely meets the check marks of whatever genre it's supposed to be in, you have not earned the right. You have not earned the right to ask me or anybody else for more money to help you fix your fucking product. You fucked this up, not me. Which is why I love this quote. I love this quote absolutely. I love every single bit of this quote because it was a tweet. Simple tweet. I'm glad you guys are continuing the trend of very fair and not predatory microtransactions in PlayStation multiplayer games. Quite happy about that. So many live service end up dying because they chase greed instead of fun, and a big player base love this so much. You have to earn the right to monetize. I truly believe that. If people want to support this title, they have an option, but we are never forcing you to do so. So when you purchase the game is available for you. You can play through the entirety of the game. Every planet is there for you. Well, not every planet, because there's a war system, and certain planets are currently at war, and certain sectors are currently being invaded. But for the most part, there is a plethora of maps. You join the game right now, your experience is completely different than somebody who joined in the beginning. I fought on 2 planets that I completely liberated that people who come into the game right now would never be able to fight on. Literally fought on Hoth, and we were on Hoth, and then what was that other planet? Like Dagobah or something along those lines. Like your experience will be completely different coming in now. You coming in now is probably 1 week away from us getting mechs so that we can go kick the shit out of the automaton menace that has invaded some of our core worlds. That is great. That's great. Every single person playing the game is contributing towards the war effort. Every single person who's playing the game can spec themselves out to chase their own power fantasy because it is a game first. It is a game first, and it makes money off of being a game first. And it is a live service second. We need to separate those two. Separate them. It is a game first. There are times that I have to log in to play with people. But there are times when the server would go to shit and I would get kicked and I'm running around by myself. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll see if I can wrap this shit up on my own. I don't get kicked out of orbit or kicked back to the main screen telling me to log back in. None of that. As long as I'm in, I'm in. That is great. Separate the two. Separate the game from the live service. Too many people and too many companies are putting the live service first. And because the live service is being put first, they're looking for the money first. You haven't, like he said, you haven't earned the right to get that money. Give me a working product. Please. Let's get back to what made video games great. Stop the grift. Stop the grift. Because all it's doing is killing a whole lot of major studios who thought they were going to make a quick buck when they could have endeared themselves to the fans.